Hey there. It's Dan.
And Rob.
And you are with the mind body melt.
Snidely Whiplash over here.
Snidely
Whoa.
Whiplash coming at you from a new angle and a new perspective. Is that same guy again?
Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Story for another time. Anyways, new perspective. So, we figured the theme or the talk of this video will be changing your perspective as we've just changed our perspective. As we were going through different topics to discuss today, perspective came up, and it's something that we really need to look at in many aspects of life, whether it be your workout, your nutrition, your attitude toward life, what you say to yourself. Perspective can be everything. If you're taking a wide turn and taking up the road, that's a perspective too. My other perspective is to go closer and let people come by. Anyways, perspective. So, my thing on perspective, we're going to go back and forth a lot on this, but the first thing I want to say is for the longest time, I would pick things up and then I'd put them down. And I did this every day, over and over and over and over. Hours, days, months, years. After about 5 years of doing this, it got kind of boring. As I think if you do anything any day that long, will get a little bit boring after a while, I would say. So I wanted to change my perspective, and I started looking at my life in fitness and what I should be doing. So I started doing more yoga and looking at, I like this working out and I feel grounded when I'm doing it, but I'm just too rigid and dense and brrr. So I kind of shifted my perspective and said, let me take on more yoga stuff. And since then, it's just been better. I feel like I've opened myself up to more things, and my perspective toward fitness has broadened. When before I thought it was kind of like a narrow focus, taking a different perspective, take on some more. Rob, your thoughts on perspective?
Perspective. Okay, so since we're alluding to workouts as a perspective, we're starting with that with the topic. I too would.
Hey, too. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Once again, I'm the rational one here. I'll be the grown-up today. No, Dan.
I'll be serious.
Be serious. Serious driving car. Driving Miss Daisy. Driving Mr. Rob. So anyway, I did to pick up things and put things down for many, many years. Many years. Much too long to even think about. My perspective changed about 10 years ago because I am starting to get a little bit older, and I also found that I was starting to stagnate. My workouts were stagnating, and I was spending way too much time in the gym, hour and a half, 2 hours, and I was spending a lot of downtime just not doing anything. Downtime. Just rest periods, do the proverbial 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps, 12 to 15 reps, blah, 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 blah. I'm not really getting anywhere with it, kind of run its course, it plateaued. And then I decided to start getting into what we now call HIIT training. And my workouts shorter, crisper, more total body in nature. And I've expanded to that point where I have now also incorporated yoga into my practice. Some sort of boot camp class during the week, cardio, kickboxing. What's the other one? It's a yoga based. The Warrior Sculpt. Warrior Sculpt, which is yoga.
Cardio yoga.
It's cardio yoga with small weights. The point being is that every day is different. Every day my journey is different. So my body never gets the opportunity to kind of settle because I'm trying to do something different every day.
Which keeps your metabolism going higher.
Right, and it also keeps my interest, okay? I've got something to look forward to on a daily basis. So we're talking perspective here. We're talking change. We're talking adaptation. And being able to kind of go with the flow, if you will. There's that yoga term again. I just find that it gives me a little bit more balance in what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, as opposed. And don't get me wrong, the lifting things and putting them down, that's great. You know, that was the cornerstone for what I did for many moons. It's just I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore. My body can't take it, and I can't take it. It's more from a mental standpoint, right up there. It's in my brain, or lack thereof. But it's something that, for me to change, and to change my perspective, and to go in a different direction, is very, very important. Now, 10 years from now, my workouts could be totally different. Totally different. I have a foundation here to work with. I have a multitude of different things that I like to utilize, and I think that just makes it more enjoyable for me, at least personally. I will defer back to Dan.
It's coming back my way.
And he will put his 2 cents, 3, 4, 5, and
6 cents. You'll see that in a future video.
and he's seen dead people.
That's a different.
Thumbs up.
That's actually a different story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
For those believers out there.
Yes.
Now you're probably wondering, okay, so you gentlemen have been going on about your perspective on fitness. What about me, the person watching this video? So one thing you could do is take the perspective on your workout. Are you a person who dreads going to the gym or doing any exercise? Think about it. That's your perspective. How can you shift your perspective into something else? Can you look at it from a different angle instead of saying, ugh, I have to go to the gym? Or you could just say, I want to go to the gym. Start changing the subconscious thought patterns around it. Could you say, Nancy or whomever makes me want to work out with her. Hey, I get to work out with my friend. Instead of seeing it as a chore or a responsibility or something you have to do, turn it into something. The light's gonna get dark in here. Ready?
Here we go.
Ooh. Ooh.
Going into the back cave.
Ooh. Can you change it so your perspective changes, which I just said, but instead of having to do it, to wanting to do it. When you want to do it, you take back power, you have control of the situation. If you have to do it, it's almost like you're being forced to. It's like you're a little kid and like your parents are making you do something. But you take that ownership and responsibility by you wanting to do something. Ooh, it's so dark in here. Ooh, words are coming from the lower head of Rob's mouth starting now.
Sorry, I had to jump on that before I lost my. But the thing is, wanting to do it and willing to do it, wanting to do it. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to stick with it.
Yes.
You're never ever going to stick with it. I think in previous motoring with the Mind Body Melts, I mentioned or alluded to one of my clients who wanted to get started on a program. He had a bet with his buddies. It was like $1,000. Who's going to lose the most weight by April? He sat down with me. He was ready to go. Blah 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 blah. And then he woke up one day and he said, "Oh, my ankle hurts and it's swollen and da 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 da." And I responded back. I said, "Call me when you're ready." I'm not expecting that call. It's not going to happen. When the phone doesn't ring, I know it's so and so, because he doesn't want it. He does not want it. He does not want it.
He feels like he has to. Ooh, look at the lights on my head.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh,
fancy.
It's like a beacon of hope.
Keep chatting.
So, look at that.
Ooh.
It's like Event Horizon over here.
Wow.
Ooh, it's like cutting right through my skull.
A new perspective.
It's a new perspective on my brain matter. So I mean,
I'm gonna fix this. Keep chatting.
Keep chatting.
We'll find a better, more suitable light.
Ooh, that's pretty good. But now you're sticking your ass out here and you're gonna get hit. So, point taken is that you have to want to do it. So
Yes.
what it comes down to, and what Dan has been alluding to, is creating that I don't want to do it moment and making it from a pain into a pleasurable type of scenario. And I'm going to hand the mic back because I can't really say much beyond that.
I think we're going to keep getting our heads cut off. But ooh, there we go.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm going to get really close to Rob and really close to you at home as I finish out this video.
Hi.
Wait.
So how's it going with you? What's going on? How have you been? Good? You're looking good?
See if I can focus here as he's distracting me. You can keep going. I'm just going to focus.
Hello.
Where in your life Nope.
That's mine. Hey, man.
Hey, man, where in your life can you change your perspective? Maybe it's on what you're eating. I don't want to eat vegetables. I have to eat them to lose weight. No, you want to eat them to lose weight. I can't meditate. That's stupid. No, no, no. You want to meditate because you want to relax. Affirmations. Those are stupid. I'm not going to say nice things to myself. It doesn't matter. No, no. It really does matter. You should say nice things to yourself. Ooh. So, bring this full circle because my neck is not in a good position right now.
I'm in abject pain.
To finish out this video,
Hello.
closing out.
Hello.
New perspective, new camera angle. We might go back to the other side, but the lesson is, what is your perspective? Can you change it and live a better life? Perspective, lighting, worse perspective, good perspective, bad perspective. Rob, any other perspectives on your end?
I just feel like changing that perspective, and we allude to it in the Mind Body Melt. Here's our shameless plug for our book again. If you go through the book, you go through the videos, you'll see how you can change your perspective from a negative to a positive. It's all about perspectives. It's all about changing habits, bad habits to good habits, having an open mind, trying different things, trying new things. You might like it. Hey, Mikey, he likes it.
He likes it.
And it could be food. I like how you said he likes it. Yeah. Oh God, he likes it so much. It could be food. It could be relationships. We're dealing with workout routines right now, but this is all encompassing. This has brevity towards or for anything
Yes.
that will affect your life in any way, shape, or form. I love that. There's your beacon of hope right behind you. Look at it. Ooh, off in the distance. I'm going to end on that note. I'm going to give it back to Dan to wrap this up, as we are prone to do.
He was wrapping it up, and I will say, once again, one perspective, another perspective. If you're struggling in your life, change your perspective. Until next time.